Welcome everyone to another episode of the world's greatest news and reviews. Your boy Captain Mal here. Today I'm joined by
Shazam! Her weapon too.
Your boy T-Crawler.
And today we're gonna give you our official review for
Shazam!
Yes. So the latest DC, I'm not even gonna say universe movie because I don't know if it is a tie-in or not, or I don't think they even fucking know what the hell's going on. But yes, the latest movie from DC and Warner Brothers stars Shazam. If you don't know, that is a little kid by the name of Billy Batson inherits the powers of a sorcerer named Shazam. Essentially becomes a superhero. It's kind of a unique take on the superhero world because, like I said, it's a kid in a super-powered super being's body, essentially. And, you know, he gains the powers, and shenanigans and hilarity ensue. So, let's start off with you, T-Crawler. Why don't you give us your overall thoughts and impressions about the movie? Let's go spoiler-free to start out. Just give overall impressions. We'll all give overall impressions. Then we'll give you a spoiler alerts, and then we'll dive deep into spoilers. So, T-Crawler, lead away.
All right. So for me, I like this movie. I like the route the path they took as far as how humorous it was. I mean, a lot of laughs in the theater. It was a good, uplifting movie. It wasn't dark. It wasn't, you know, it had its moments. It should have in certain spots. I think it was done pretty well there. There are some things I'll bring up later that were kind of, for me iffy. But overall, it was a good movie. I enjoyed myself.
So, for me personally, I was going into this with pretty decent expectations. I wanted something funny, I wanted something enjoyable, and I wanted something that was going to be lighthearted and I was going to thoroughly enjoy. I got all of that in the trailer, and you should just watch the trailer because 90% of everything that's funny is in the fucking trailer. Every single scene,
You the words out
every
of my
single
mouth.
scene that is moderately entertaining is almost shot for shot in the trailer. The opening act is so dull and boring. And I wanted to like this, but the opening scene, you're seeing the villain's kind of origin story, was so bad. Literally 4 minutes into it, I'm just like, uh-oh. This is gonna suck, isn't it? Shit. The rest of the movie has to be better than this. Luckily, the rest of the movie was better. Not by a lot. So the rest of the movie was slow, it dragged the character building, and it was really, really bad. The dialogue was cheesy. Action sequences were kind of lame and forgettable. All the humor, again, in the trailer. Had I not seen the trailers, I probably would have been really into this movie. The climax has one redeeming moment that I thought was really, really dope and changed my overall rating of this from being complete dog shit to being eh. But yeah, I'll get more into spoilers later. Weapon 2, what did you think?
So, what I feel, Lonnie's right. It was very lighthearted and not serious and made every attempt at being funny. And I am probably not quite as hard on it as Captain Mal because I thought it was just okay. It was an okay movie. It had a lot of stuff. I thought some of the fight scenes were kind of cool. There's a lot of electricity. There's
a lot of wasted time. A lot of wasted time. A lot of time in the movie where I was just sitting there fucking bored, waiting for something to happen, and then what happened wasn't interesting.
Yeah, it was just okay for me.
It was okay. To be fair, it wasn't like dog shit. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't.
No, it was okay.
I have zero desire to watch it again. I'm somewhat excited if DC had a connected universe a la Marvel, I would be excited to see how Shazam would fit into it and to see him interact with the heroes. But they don't. Well, maybe. Like, the movie implies kind of.
I mean, for all we know, if they do another Shazam, it'll be somebody else.
Yeah, so we don't know. So we don't know.
Anything.
So any last thing you want to say before we get into spoilers?
I have some stuff I'm going to say.
No, but pre-spoiler.
No.
Okay, so this is your official spoiler alerts. We're about to dive deep into it. In 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, that son of a bitch Shazam dies! They kill him at the end! Lol. I'm just kidding. No, they don't.
I want Lonnie to go first.
I want Lonnie to go first too, because he's going to be positive.
Yes. Come on, King Crawler.
So I disagree with a lot of things that Captain Mal said because
he's wrong.
One, no. Over talking me is not going to make you right, okay?
No, the fact
anyway, like I was saying, I just think that the opening scene, I don't think a lot of stuff drug on too much. It's you're getting to see this character and how it develops, and then you get to see the villain and how it develops. This is all supposed to happen. If you get things too fast, that's where DC made a mistake with a lot of their movies. They try to just force things in there force feed you this stuff and force it in really fast. And it's like, you know, here it is, and this is what's going on, and bam. And then people complain about it being too much, too quick when you don't develop anything. So now, I think with this, it's developed. I mean, yeah, there are some parts that I think they were trying to force the humor in there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that was still, that I thought it just landed right. And it wasn't a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff from the trailer, but there's still a lot more that I believe was humorous. And I think you didn't see it because you were already kind of at that point.
I noticed the parts where you were laughing when I wasn't. Because I was checked out of the movie.
I already knew you were checked out.
Yeah. Well, when a movie's bad,
it wasn't bad. So
anyway, I'm all about character development.
I'm going to finish saying what I'm
about to agree with you. Go ahead. You need to get her up. You're just gonna walk off camera again if I don't let him finish.
I'm not gonna walk off camera, not for this one. I got stuff to say. Okay, so like I said, the development, I think it was paced right. Here we go. Okay, so when you watch this movie, knowing what DC has done, that kind of you already have a kind of a view on this type of movie. Like, is it going to go any further? Like you said, are they going to change the main character, the actor, for Shazam for somebody else? It's not going to tie into anything else, so you go in with these thoughts already. But just going and looking at this movie and it's something different, and knowing that no, it's not Aquaman, it's not up there with Aquaman, no, not by a long shot. But I think as far as going down a different road, like I said earlier, it was humorous. It showed a the Billy Batson trying to figure out what to do in this man form with superpowers. So the one thing I will say, okay, it's almost like instead of showing instead of showing a kid trying to figure out how to be in an adult body, it was almost like they were showing an adult trying to be a kid. Like the acting kind of, at one point it just seemed like the adult was trying to be more of a kid. I don't know if that makes sense, but
I get what you're saying.
But overall, I mean, then they, and then at the end where after the post credits, it's not even worth it. You can just read about it. Honestly, that part you don't even have to stay for, because I thought that was kind of a waste of time. I actually think that getting trolled by Captain America and just having the white screen Captain America talking about patience at the end of that movie was way better than waiting for the
Well, that made me laugh.
But I mean. I'm sure I'll figure out the other stuff I was going to say, because I got cut off from what I was going to say originally.
Oh yeah, that's what the problem was.
When you talk,
it's not that you have no point.
And all of this, those were not padded suits. They all had muscles like that.
Yeah, but homeboy over here is like, oh no, he just got really buff. He worked out a lot. I'm like, bro, it's a padded suit. He's like, no, it's not. I'm like, they're all padded suits.
Hey man, I got your back, bro. Like, you know what? You worked out really hard, and those were your muscles. And then
not all games.
The Shazam family was freaking awesome, and
so that was the big surprise at the end of the movie. Yeah, so in the climax of the movie, he's running around trying to protect his foster family from the main bad guy. And he realizes the way to defeat them is for them all to say the word Shazam, and they all become superpowered. They all become the Shazam family. That was like one of the saving graces for me of this movie. That was actually entertaining, and that was kind of fun. But leading up to that, so I have no problem with character development and actually taking the time to explain the backstory of a villain or a hero if it's done well. This was not done well. The opening scene where it shows the villain in the backseat of the car and it shows his family issues was poorly written.
Who's
was poorly acted.
What's his name?
I have no fucking idea. Poorly acted.
That's not like Black Adam or anything.
No, that was not Black Adam. Which the whole time I'm like, why can't you just have Black Adam?
The guy that the wizard was talking about.
The original champion, for Beast Possible. But so it's a kid who gets tested to see if he's worthy. He's not worthy. Then he spends the rest of his life trying to figure out how to get these powers. But the shit with the dad, they're trying to make it about daddy issues, and that actor is the dude who plays the stupid evil doctor in Batman and Robin, the one who turns the chick into Poison Ivy, and he's dumb and kooky and annoying, and I couldn't understand why I couldn't place him, and that's who it was. Which makes total sense, because later when the kid is an adult trying to find the powers, he has this stupid lab assistant walking around, like, oh my god, we gotta go find the superpowers. I was like, bitch, you remind me of Pamela Isley from that stupid Batman and Robin movie, and it's bad when I'm getting reminded of that movie in your superhero movie. But that original scene, it was unbelievably bad. To the part where I was cringing, it was so bad. And then as his character develops, anytime he was on camera, I was bored out of my fucking mind. Moral of the story is he finds the wizard, gets the powers of being the alternate to Shazam, but also has the 7 deadly sins manifest themselves as actual monsters that can attack. Terrible CGI. unbearably bad CGI. Like, it looked like a cheap video. Anytime they were on screen attacking shit, I was literally throwing my hands up in the air, wondering how the fuck that looked so bad. The pacing was completely drawn out and just terrible. I see what you're saying with him, like, at times it's supposed to be a kid not knowing how to act like an adult, but it was just him acting poorly and like coming off like a dude trying to be a kid. The dynamic between him and the foster brother, the handicap one, was actually very, very good, and watching them interact was fun. There were moments where this movie was fun, when they're figuring out all the superpowers and doing all that. That was really fun and entertaining, and you saw half of it in the trailer. That's the problem. The trailer gave almost everything away, minus the showing of the Shazam family. That's the only thing it really didn't give away. Every other scene is pretty much in that fucking trailer, just, you know, fleshed out more in the movie. But that was genuinely entertaining. The dynamic with the family was good, if not cliche. It fell into a lot of like cliche tropes that superhero movies do, which is weird because it was very different from most superhero movies. But at the same time, it was doing just cliche thing after cliche thing.
A lot of product placement.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of product placement. Anyway, we've been talking. Weapons here. Throw some thoughts out there.
So, the thing I feel about this is that there's little things that bug me about movies. And I don't know why. It's probably just me because I'm weird. But when all the Shazam's showed up, and it seemed like they each have one of Shazam's powers.
Yeah, like the one chick who seems to be really fast.
There's a fast, and one guy can feel lightning, and one guy can fly. But they all seem to be strong. Yeah. So I think strong guy got gypped.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm strong. And everybody's like, well, where's the guy that's strong too?
Yeah.
But so there was that. There was a lot of stuff that bothered me about this movie that had nothing. For me, the CGI was mediocre. I don't think it was horrible. It was mediocre. It's just not, you know, at the level of some other like Marvel.
I was going to say, just say Marvel. It's not Marvel level. Just say it.
I was gonna try to say something without saying Marvel because I didn't want to throw that into this video. Those are the people who do it the best. So, but there was other stuff that got on my nerves a little bit. Some of it was metaphorical. And one of the metaphorical things that got to me, because I am so frustrated with DC and where they are with their cinematic universe, was when the little kid is in the building and he's fighting with Batman and Superman, and Shazam's fighting with the blue-eyed bad guy, we don't know his name, outside and everything, and he knocks him out and thing, and Shazam's sitting there, the kid drops Superman and Batman. And he's just staring. And for me, it was a metaphor that Shazam's supposed to take their place. Now, the reason that bothers me so much is because your cornerstone characters
the cornerstones of your universe, but should be built around is Batman and Superman.
Are Batman and Superman. And I do not have a problem with you using your second tier characters,
after you do the
lesser
first
known
ones.
But if you can't make your cornerstone characters work and do what you want with it, it's like they've almost abandoned Batman and Superman.
It's not
and
even like they tried and failed. They just gave it like a really half-assed attempt and they said, oh fuck it, that's not working. They didn't even try.
Exactly. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do now, because those are the characters for me as a Marvel fan, but who also loves DC and everything else, comic books. It hurts my heart a little bit that we've abandoned Batman and Superman. And so for me, it's tough, and I just don't know why it went that way.
But if you guys are interested in seeing him in more physical pain, be sure to check out our What's Wrong with the Justice League video, and we get really, really deep into what's wrong with DC as a whole with all the movies.
Speaking of Justice League, this is what I was going to see in the theater. I think when the Shazams is what we're calling them, right?
Is that what we're calling them?
I guess.
Yeah.
Family Shazam? Shazams? I don't know. Shazamies? Whatever. Anyway, so when they're all together, they're fighting. That, for me, I honestly thought I got more excitement out of that than the Justice League. For them working together and fighing and doing their little...
Wish they had a pet dog that could have got Shazam powers.
I just, no, like that.
The CGI was mediocre, I agree with that. And the thing with dropping the toys or whatever, I would have thought that too if they didn't have Batman shirts and Batman backpacks and Superman this, Superman that, and Wonder Woman, Aquaman. Like they put all their stuff in this movie. Like, okay,
even the kid never like takes the shirt off and lights it on fire. Like that's kind of.
The kid's excited. Like there's a real.
I can see either way there. The Superman cameo was stupid. Cameo.
I thought it was
Stupid.
okay.
So
Great.
Shazam shows up to have lunch with a handicapped kid based on a promise the kid made to make him look cool at school. He's like, oh hey, and I also brought another friend. Then it shows like the Man of Steel suit walking in and a dude holding the tray from here down and just cuts.
And he's like,
And all I can think was, wouldn't it be cool if we had connected universe with actors that were happy in their contracts that could come and do cameos in other people's movies? That would be nice.
Yeah, and it bothered me even more because all it showed me is all we have for Superman is a suit.
And that's the thing. That's what pissed me off. Don't do that then. Don't fucking do that. Don't tease me like that. And then it shows this comic, like, so the mid-credits is like a pretty neat, like, drawn animation of the Shazam
That was one of my favorite
interacting
parts.
with the Justice League, interacting with Superman and Wonder Woman, Batman. And I was like, cool! This is as close to a fucking United Justice League as we're ever gonna get because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I feel like we're gonna start seeing
Just random standalones.
Random standalones. We got this one's Batman, this one's a Batman, this one's a Batman, this is Superman. It's just, I wish there was something new.
it's okay, because you know what? Disney's going to buy them too.
I was about to say Disney just buy DC and make it all better.
They'll just own everything.
Oh,
But hey, one cliche thing that I wanted to say, like when you say if it was done better, it would have been good. I mean, if anything's done well, it would be good. So when people say that, I'm like, really? Anything done well is going to be good. It's just they had that, like when you describe it, like more like then you went into saying poor writing, stuff like that. I can understand that. But when people say if it was done well, it would have been good. Well, that's with anything. That's what I'm saying with that. Okay.
Well,
If it wasn't so bad, it wouldn't have sucked.
No, it was done okay, and it was okay.
No, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't completely terrible.
Okay.
I had expectations because I just wanted this to be fun
I did too.
and different, and it fell short of a lot of bars that I had. And I didn't have super high bars, but it missed the mark on pretty much everything. And what it turned down to, it's an utterly forgettable movie. It's not something that you're gonna care about, or I'm gonna care about, or be talking about, or be thinking about, or like, oh, that's like even Aquaman was more unique and different. And like Aquaman is not even that great of a movie. Like I watched Aquaman again, and upon the second viewing, my opinion of that movie dropped quite a bit. I don't think it's bad. It's just not. I wasn't so happy as I was when we filmed our review. But Shazam, I don't even want to watch it again. Back to the villain real quick. Anytime he's on camera, it is utterly boring. The movie grinds to a halt. You don't care what's happening. At one point, he gets like this orb thing that is the center of all his power, and it's weird blue sphere. And he just like shoves it in his eye. And I was like, oh, what the hell is he doing? He's inhaling it. And he just like leaves it there. And it's just like this weird big blue eye. And I'm like, oh, that's the look. That's what we're going for. That's
it
okay.
shot into his eye. He didn't.
Well, whatever. I was like, that's just what we're okay. Cool. That doesn't look stupid at all. Yeah, it did.
I mean, for me, if a movie can't just draw you in so that you feel some feelings of some sort, whether it's laughter, whether it's anger, whether it's sadness or whatever, if you're just sitting there not feeling a whole lot and you're not that invested
Being bored
in the
is the
characters,
worst thing.
it's just, regardless of anything else, it's not the story and the way it was portrayed
I presented, it was just...
and presented, and just the characters, the way they were presented, did not make me feel this connection that...
I almost wish I hated it, because I don't hate this. I just, it's a 5 out of 10. Don't really care.
So
I wish I hated it, because then I would feel something for the movie.
So
Just to let me know I'm not dead inside.
this one didn't do anything for you. So DC is
This is the worst DC movie.
DC's Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, versus Marvel's Captain Marvel.
Not a contest.
No, Marvel's.
I am really, really sorry, Dark Claw, but Marvel's Captain Marvel is better than DC's Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
This is starting since Man of Steel.
Movie-wise.
Yeah,
I don't want to
movie-wise.
get a competition over characters in
Of the
general.
DC movies
Yeah.
since Man of Steel that's come out, this is the worst one, like by a mile. And it's not even like bad. It's just.
All right. Well.
So, any final thoughts?
No.
No.
No, it's just.
No. We don't always have to agree.
No, we
It's
don't.
fun when we don't agree. All right. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the world's greatest news and reviews. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Peace.